Cougars.
Very warm welcome to everybody then, and a happy new year to all our followers as we await the arrival of the Cougars side here at the new Alfred McAlpine Stadium at Huddersfield. As always, an important fixture for both sides today, particularly for Keighley to keep the roll going there at the top of the second division. 3 points clear prior to today's game. We await the arrival of the Cougars on the field, and with the team news that Gareth Cochran, the loose forward, is out this afternoon. Phil Stevenson takes the number 13 jersey, and the Keighley side line up as follows: Andre Stoop, the full-back, Andy Ayres, Nick Pinkney, Simon Irvine and Keith Dixon in the three quarters. Just a pause while the rapturous applause rings round this stadium as the Cougars take the field. Certainly plenty of Cougar fans here this afternoon, going to make plenty of noise for this fixture. To resume the team then, we have Martin Wood and Chris Robinson at half-back, and Ian Gately, Jason Ramshaw, Steve Hall, Darren Fleary, Grant Dorey and Phil Stevenson in the forwards. The two substitutes for Keighley, David Creaser and David Larder. And the teams for Huddersfield: at number 1 is Phil Halliwell. The three quarters: Ian Thomas, Darryl Shelford, Greg Austin and Bree McKebby. In the three quarters there, Jimmy Irvine and Steve Curry, the half-backs. Mick Taylor, Steve Barnett, Andy Pusil, Basil Richards, Gary Coulter and Richard Pearson in the forwards. The two substitutes for Huddersfield: Dean Hanger and Paul Meelam. The referee calls the captains to the centre of the field. Referee this afternoon, John Connolly from Wigan. And quite interesting there, it looks like Huddersfield have got two captains this afternoon. Although it is rather a large mascot. Not the size of a mascot we normally used to see him, but captain for the afternoon, I think for the afternoon anyway, for Huddersfield is Greg Austin, the former Keighley player. And of course Steve Hall, the captain for Keighley. Huddersfield have been given the option of which way to play. So then, with me, welcome return to the gantry with the absence of the numbers allowed on the gantry at Keighley. Got a little bit of support this afternoon up here. Darryl, how do you see this game?
Well, it's a crucial game for Keighley, John. Huddersfield haven't been playing so well just recently. Keighley have been playing on top of the form, so hopefully a good win for Keighley is what's required. But more than that, they need to play some good football, keep the football going.
Half a mistake there by the Huddersfield scrum half Steve Curry, managing to regather that ball at the second attempt as Ian Thomas tries to get away there. Simon Irvine though being penalised for the second tackle, as it were, hanging on to the ankle. Referee Connolly just explaining again that he expects the players to get away immediately. And certainly Huddersfield on a roll there. The ball boys getting that ball thrown onto the field very quickly, contrary to the instruction where it should be left on the touchline side. It's a type of thing that we do see quite a lot these days, as Huddersfield number 8 Mick Taylor just inside the Keighley half of the field. Basil Richards now for Huddersfield, 30 metres out. Onto Barnett, the hooker, he finds Curry, and that's Richard Pearson now driving in towards the Cougars 20. Ramshaw loses his scrum cap as the high ball goes for the kick, and the kick up and the chase. Greg Austin all over Andre Stoop there. Neither of the two Huddersfield players standing square. In fact, almost a good yard between those two markers, Darryl. Almost a good yard between those two markers there.
Yeah, they couldn't have took stands if they'd have tried there, John, that far apart.
So then Simon Irvine with the relieving penalties. Jason Ramshaw regathers the headgear, and that's a poor one, going for distance rather than security, as Thomas Bremer-Kebby rather. Richards driving into that Keighley 20, very important part of this game, the first 10 minutes. Huddersfield at the moment having all the pressure, but they shouldn't be in that position at the moment. It should be Keighley, but Curry now over the far side, gets the ball onto Taylor. He's tackled about 5 metres from that Cougar line. Curry across to Irvine, misses out the odd play there, but Helliwell, the ball goes behind him, but assisted forward, says referee Connolly. Phil Helliwell down in the programme today, in the picked player profile, has been 21. That means he's aged a mere 3 years in the last 11. It's when he played in the Silk Cut Challenge against Hull for Dudley Hill in 1984, he was 18 years of age. Just another little bit of useless information. There's Steve Hall now. Clears the 20-metre line. Hall been having some big games for the Cougars in recent weeks. Now then, was that ball? Well, the referee said it was lost. Darrell?
He's indicated there, tackle was completed by putting his elbows, putting him downwards. That means tackle's completed, then the ball lost. That's why it's just come down, and Huddersfield had him ball.
So then Huddersfield with Pearson breaking from the base of the scrum, making his way back to the 20-metre line, but Dory doing the initial tackling. Busill now, a long-time workhorse for the Fartowners. Gets up and plays the ball onto Curry. Curry misses Richards, finds Austin. Austin loses the ball, but even so, Mr. Connolly says it was forward.
Austin didn't like that decision there, where we're looking at Mr. Connolly.
Like it or not, the whistle went, and he's got to accept the decision of the man in purple as Robinson comes on the short side. And certainly seems to be a fair amount of interference around the play of the ball by Huddersfield at the moment, Darrell. Not on that occasion, but certainly on the previous one.
Yeah, even when Huddersfield have the ball, they're pushing Keighley, the tacklers away, and the man who's acting half-back's running in, pushing folk off. All interference.
Robinson then finds Gately. Gately pops the ball up, but has no chance of taking that one. Into the centre of the field goes Irvine, cutting straightening up rather, 10 metres inside the Cougars half. Messing about there. Helliwell pushing Martin Wood away in that instance. On then to Curry. Curry onto Richards. Richards looks to break through Martin Woods there, but not able to do so. Ably assisted by Fleary as Austin at acting half, but there's a touch judge on at this side, and over at the far side Steve Hall receiving some attention. He's been out on the wing. Dal, you saw that quite a while ago, I believe.
Yeah, it happened a fair bit ago, yeah, from when he lost the ball after the tackle completed. It has been limping since then.
So then Martin Wood giving away the penalty. Helliwell being called to attempt the goal kick, but that was given on the intervention of the touch judge on this side of the field. He certainly came on to advise the referee. Dal, did you see it differently?
Yeah, he'd already given the penalty for that, John, holding down, and the touch judge come on to have a word about Martin, probably from the tackle where he was pushed away. He would seem to go back into the player, getting involved with him, and he shouldn't have done it to Helliwell. And he shouldn't have done.
So then Helliwell with the opportunity of putting the first points on the board as Huddersfield's Coulter receives attention in the centre of the field as well. Well, that's a poor kick from Helliwell, but the ball's gone dead, so Huddersfield will have the possession back to them. 7 minutes on the clock in this first half. As Taylor gets the ball just inside his own half of the field, drives back into the Cougars half, tackled though by Robinson and Pinckney. Robinson again assisting Keighley there as Richard threatened to break the line. Looked a bit forward, certainly from our angle, looking down from the bird's eye view that we have up here. Barney to acting half-back, Curry moving the ball out there as Bree McKebby though tackled as he went on the inside. Barnett on. Well, a rampaging run there from Taylor had to be halted by Robinson, the scrum half, as Curry gets the ball across there to Irvine but loses in possession. Coulter's left the field and injured as Dean Hanger takes his place, as Keighley also with the substitution, David Larder taking the place of Hall and Grant Dory. First time we've seen Keighley in any form of possession at all in this half so far, as Stevenson trundles towards the halfway line. Robinson now puts the kick across the top there, but it's only as far as Ian Thomas, and Thomas is certainly just a bit speedy when he gets going. Certainly got away from Keith Dixon. Simon Irvine though fortunately able to stop him, as Helliwell now links into the line for Huddersfield. A couple of metres inside the Huddersfield half, inside the Keighley half. Pusel tackled 10 metres in the Cougars half of the field. Taylor going nowhere, and it's Barnett acting half-back this time. On to Curry. Saw the gap, went for it, found the Irvine. Oh, and good tackle there by Stoop. Certainly had to be called to test there as Stoop, as the chip goes in. Dean Hanger put the chip through, but Robinson sweeping behind the initial defensive line, and Stoop certainly on the end of a little bit of attention there, as Dixon now tries to work his way away onto his own 20-metre line. Ramshaw onto Keighley, but Huddersfield caught offside. Basil Richards, I think, the man indicated by referee Connolly. So Dixon then puts the ball safely into touch on this occasion. Ramshaw restarts, Dory takes play up, tries to jink, but there's no way to jink there. Ramshaw onto Wood, switches back outside to Keighley. Shoulder to shoulder there, Keighley and Pusel, as Robinson trying there to get Larder through the hole but not able to. Robinson again just skips a little bit. Dean Hanger doing the tackling back on him, and Ramshaw onto Martin Wood. Wood puts the kick high in the air. It's between the wing and it's between Kebby and Helliwell, and between them they make an absolute breakfast of that one. Nobody calling there, Dal. Communication between Bree McKebby and Phil Helliwell non-existent.
Helliwell, John there, got away lightly. Keighley were following up well. Could have easily had a try out of that. Good backing up play with that.
And certainly Kebby and Helliwell just exchanging a few words as well. Drop out then from under the posts. Onto Ayers then, controls the ball with his foot before taking play in, only as far as the waiting arms of Irvine. Moving off the spot very, very quickly there, Jimmy Irvine, and not standing square either, as Keighley switches back to Robinson, but there's no way through for the Keighley scrum half on that occasion. Ramshaw now out then to Dory. Dory finds Simon Irvine on the far side, half through the hole. On Dixon can't take the pass. Nothing wrong with the pass from Simon Irvine there. It's just a case, I think, probably cold hands or or even just a trace of grease still on the hands, Darrell.
Yeah, it could have been John. He should have taken that. That would have been interesting there, because he was inside the winger. Could have had a try out of it.
As it is, it's scrum to Keighley, to Huddersfield, which they predictably take. On the Huddersfield 20 then, Huddersfield coming away. Their turn to work their way out of defence into attack as Richards 10 metres from the halfway line. Wood limping as catching a knock on the right shin as the ball goes across Horn. That's a let off for Keighley, because certainly Huddersfield had the numbers over that side, and Stoop joins the line, almost gets the head, the neck, length of the neck increased there as Pearson gave it a good tug. Gately 15 metres inside the far town half of the field. Dorey breaking inside that 20 metre area. Ramshaw inside to Robinson, but the ball not able to get to the scrum half as Martin Wood limps to pick it up. Ramshaw to Robinson, and that's offside. I think we'll be looking for 2 points here, Darrell.
Should be, John, yes. 2 steady points here with any sort of luck.
Well, certainly the way Simon Irving's been kicking of recent weeks, it's the way forward. Martin Wood just having receiving attention in the centre of the field there. It looks like it's the right ankle that's causing the problem. "13 minutes on the clock then as Simon Irving prepares to attack those 2 posts with the ball. Well, there it is. That's a lesson in direction to the Huddersfield goal kicker Phil Halliwell, as Simon Irving puts the first points on the board for Keighley. Curry then with the restart, deep into the Keighley half of the field. Robinson takes it, hands on to Fleary. Fleary weighs up the position of the Huddersfield defenders as he goes towards that 20 metre line before being tackled. Robinson breaking away, a call for knock-on from the crowd, but referee Connolly correctly indicating there that it struck the foot of Ramshaw. Dorey just handing off before offloading to Ramshaw. Robinson, well, side by side there. And Gately now, as the Cougars all in a bunch in the centre of the field. You could throw a blanket over them where they are at the moment as Ramshaw goes to kick the ball. And Halliwell on the end of it. Oh, straight through Chris Robinson there as though he didn't exist. These two, of course, played a bit of rugby together in their amateur days. At the same club, not on the same side, not in the same side, that is. Curry then gets the ball in as the tempo continues on. A pass so far forward there, Darrell, you could almost consider it to be a deliberate forward pass and so penalty.
Certainly could. Johnny was stood in front of the man when he passed, which is offside. But I think the referees give the correct decision there, giving it scrum. Irving, stand off here, messing about, throwing ball away, acting the clown.
Well, that's Jimmy Irving for you, isn't it? I mean, that's him. He's on a short fuse all the time. His temper is a terrible one. He's not known for the best discipline in the game. We've seen him sent off on a number of occasions for bad discipline, and just a little bit of it sneaking through there as Robinson has to go hunting in the back of the scrum there for that ball. Andy Ayres on to Robinson. finds Larder, ball out to Martin Wood, misses out too as it goes out to Irvine on the far wing. Simon Irvine though brought to ground just less than 10 metres from the halfway line. Martin Wood tries to skip through, but a wall of Huddersfield defenders there, and Robinson switches back inside there to Dixon, and Dixon almost overrun him. Grant Dorey now onto Larder. Larder trying to take the defence on himself. Probably would have been better the ball coming a couple out further, as Dixon now on a roaming commission from that far wing in the centre of the field. Ramshaw onto Robinson. Robinson brings it back, puts the ball up high for the chase. Well, that's got to be back to 1. The first knock on there, Darrell, but that had to be back to 1. The Huddersfield arm got in the way, didn't it? I think he waved it off anyway.
I didn't see him wave, John. I wasn't really watching him, actually. I was watching the ball. But like I say, it looked to strike Huddersfield player, but he gave the first knock on, so it's Keighley possession.
Stoop then in the line, goes through the hole. He's got Austin outside him on, the ball inside to Andy Ayres, but Ayres complaining that he was tackled before the ball got to him. I'm not too sure whether he was or not. As Curry comes away from the acting half position. Bree McKebby this time for Huddersfield, wandering into the centre of the park. Ramshaw, Dean Hanger gets away, dragging Robinson as he goes. Certainly Dean Hanger is a player that Keighley are going to have to watch. He's been causing trouble ever since the minute he came on to replace Coulter. And Curry, bit of interchange of play between him and Jimmy Irvine in the centre of the field there, but comes to nothing as the last tackle is called. Greg Austin putting the boot to ball, high one out to the wing for them to chase. Stoop on the end of it. Dixon goes to his left, then comes back to his right. Ramshaw onto Irvine. Irvine though slipping on the rather sparse looking area in the centre. The grass certainly short in up the middle of the field already here at the McAlpine Stadium. Stevenson to Ramshaw, Gately doing the juggling act, drags it forward before going to ground 10 metres from the halfway line, inside the Cougars half. Dorey. Last tackle when the Cougars have not broken the halfway line yet, as Robinson puts the ball out that side, but the wide open spaces here at Huddersfield certainly just causing Keighley a bit of trouble with the kicking game at the moment. Because Robinson not able to find the touchline side with those kicks. Taylor gets up and plays the ball. That looked forward again. As Pusil offered the ball inside, decides to turn to towards the Keighley post and take it further up as Curry operates a run round with Irvine. It's on to Richards. Basil Richards goes to ground 25 metres out. Now surely, Darrell, that could be constituted as interference by Huddersfield, because on that occasion Richards pushed the player away and then played the ball to himself.
That's right, John. That's what point I was making earlier, that even when Huddersfield were tackled, they were pushing the Keighley players off, and if they push them out of the way and play it, then it gives them a gap, doesn't it? He's got to tighten up a little bit on that, I feel.
Well, more interference that they play the ball there. I was just commenting actually last week against Hull KR that Hull KR were adopting similar tactics insofar as they were pushing players away. Now then, if you're in possession and you interfere with the man defending, surely that is interference as well as the defender interfering by laying on.
Certainly is, John. It could be a penalty.
Dixon then with the second phase of the penalty through a number of hands before reaching Stevenson on this side of the field. An interference there by Austin, just a little bit of niggle with the boot, but nonetheless interference. The instruction is you should step away. And Halliwell linking up in the line. Hanger going on his own from the acting half. Done this a number of times. Pearson, minor readjustment there as he took that ball. Curry misses out Irvine but finds number 8 Taylor. Referee calls held as Taylor goes and plays the ball. Curry offers to put the ball up but gives it out to Kebby instead. Kebby tackled as the last one comes up yet again. And Curry goes for the chip through and the chase, but Stoops there, half a hand touching it as it went through, just checking the ball. And Martin Wood still looks as though he's suffering as he goes back in defence. Certainly not his normal peak himself as Dixon gets away from the first attempted tackle there, breaks the 20 line. Ramshaw to Robinson. Martin Wood stepping back inside. 23 minutes on the clock in this first half. The Cougars in the lead by 2 points to nil. That Simon Irving penalty as Dory gets within 10 metres of the halfway line. Caught a crack on the side of the head in the tackle. Oh, and Gately caught. It looked as though he was caught. The expression on his face seemed to say so. Referee Connolly said it was the shoulder. And the weight of that kick just a bit too strong. How did you see that one, Daryl, on Gately?
Referee called it right there, John. Yeah, definitely on the chest and shoulder.
So then the tap restart on that 20 line as Taylor ambles his way to the 30. Barnett onto Richards. Richards tries to step out of the Pinckney tackle. Barnett to Curry, finds Irvine in the centre, back to Curry. Curry runs around the claret and gold shirt of one of his teammates. Barnett now inside to Pusel. 35 metres out from the Cougars line as Barnett acting half back onto Irvine, but it's Keighley caught offside in a very kickable position. Halliwell going to be called up to attempt another one. Having built the mountain of sand. Certainly concentrated a long time on that one. Through the middle this time though, 2 points apiece. 25 minutes on the clock, the score's a level again. No indication, of course, from flags or anything as to which way the wind's blowing, but certainly the way the ball seems to be hanging in the air, Darryl. I think perhaps Keighley may be playing against it.
Yes, John, I've tried to spell that out myself. I keep looking round and I can't see any real indication other than when they kick the ball. The Keighley don't seem to get the distance.
As Taylor breaks into the Cougars half once more. Back to Curry for the kick. It's a good weight kick there into the corner. And certainly the distance was achieved on that one kick there compared to the ones that Keighley have been putting in. Robinson to feed this scrum. Dixon with the job of running the ball out. Pinkney. Up as far as Irvine and Hooker Barnett. Barnett taking out Ramshaw there after the ball had gone. As the two number 9s just exchange a few pleasant words with each other. It's Darren Fleary breaking. Out to Larder on the wing. Difficult to see from where we are, but Darrell, I didn't think the foot touched the floor outside or broke the touchline itself.
No, it looked to pass over the top, didn't it, John, from here? But we're looking down. I mean, it's a long way down. It'd be 30 yards down, I should imagine.
So then Huddersfield with the advantage of the feed at that scrum, now working their way back into the Keighley half of the field. Pewsell 30 metres away from the Keighley line. Puts the ball back inside to Curry. Curry switches back to Hanger. Hanger, though, loses his direction as he has to readjust there, not taking the ball cleanly. On the kick and the chase, there's a try time here for Huddersfield. Well, that was absolutely sloppy defence by Keighley, Darrell. Terrible defence.
Yeah, once Huddersfield had kicked through, Keighley played at the ball, took the weight off, which stopped the ball up. Had they not taken the weight off, the ball had gone dead. Once they'd taken the weight off, they didn't get back in time. Huddersfield were going the right way. Good try, that.
Ian Thomason getting the touchdown, but certainly 29 minutes, certainly as soon as that ball cleared the Keighley line, it had try written all over it because it was never going to go dead. Halliwell then a dozen metres in from the touchline side with the conversion opportunity to stretch that Huddersfield lead. But no. So then, Keighley trails 6 points to 2 after 30 minutes. Robinson restarts, and there you can see what we're talking about, the ball hanging in the wind as Halliwell takes the ball in the full-back position and runs clear of the 20-metre line. Pearson taking play on a further 10, and it's the turn of Taylor to continue up to the halfway line. Barnett then acting half-back. Curry, Richards, play centralised on the halfway spot. As Hanger going on his own there. Oh, surely passed off the floor. Curry puts the kick in. Certainly looked to be passed off the floor to me, Darrell.
Certainly did, John. A bad decision there. Mr. referee should have blown up for that one.
Robinson then on to Dixon. Keighley have the numbers if they move it. And I think that's the first time I've seen Greg Austin tackle anybody. He certainly went to tackle there. He didn't tackle like that at Keighley. That's how he used to tackle at Keighley, third man in. Keighley catches one from Pusil, and second man in at the tackle, round the head as Robinson onto Dory, straightening things up. Oh dear me! Keighley put themselves under unnecessary pressure there as Grant Dory passing the ball when he would have done far better to have hung on and played it. Dean Hanger on the Keighley 20-metre line. Certainly Keighley's tackling will be called to task now as Huddersfield smell the possibility of another score before half-time. They certainly had plenty of territorial advantage, and here we go for a drop goal attempt. Not the best by scrum half Curry. Stevenson. The body breaks the tackles, but the legs don't. As Ramshaw finds Fleary. Loose forward Pearson doing the business on him. Ramshaw out to Larder. Larder straightening up. Caught one again up top. This time it's Hanger who did it. Hung one out. Martin Wood finds Simon Irving. Irving gives the ball to Pinkney. Pinkney throws the ball away. Ayres goes back and collects it, but it struck a Huddersfield player on the way through. The tackle counts wiped clear. Referee indicating that the ball was tapped down. Robinson back inside to Dory. Dory through the gap. Larder was impeded there as Dory continues into the 10-metre area of Huddersfield. David Larder being held back by the Huddersfield defence, but it's Robinson on to Martin Wood. Martin Wood switches inside to Keighley. Keighley finds Stoop. Stoop, oh, give the ball, Stoop, to your left. But tackled 5 metres from the line. Tries to play the ball. Ramshaw tries to go through on his own, but Austin a fortnight offside inside the Keighley line, walking back with his hands on his hips. Referee Conley totally oblivious to the fact that Austin was in the Keighley line. But the ball was lost on the line there by Keighley, letting Huddersfield off the hook. Brian McKebby on his own from the acting half position. Halliwell having to get there quickly because there was no marker. Halliwell plays the ball then on to Kebby. Kebby finds Curry. Curry puts the kick in for the Keighley line. Neither Ayres nor Stoop are interested in that ball initially. Stoop it was that gets it, and then Curry tackled Ayres after to prevent him getting near Stoop to support him. But this is Ayres outside his own 20-metre area. Robinson, referee Conley had been telling the Huddersfield players to get back. Basil Richards had not been listening to him, so he's concedes the penalty. Keith Dixon puts it into touch on this near side below us. Just under 5 minutes of normal time left in this first half then. Ramshaw feeds Keighley. Keighley drives in as the Cougars set themselves up behind onto Dory this time. Dory driving for the 20-metre line. And Ramshaw to Robinson. Gives it to Stoop, but Stoop has to surrender to the tackle of Austin. And it's Robinson to Fleary. Fleary taking play into the centre of the field, trying to straighten things out as he goes. Ramshaw to Robinson to Martin Wood. Keighley have the numbers. Keith Dixon steps inside, but no, he can't get the ball out. I think perhaps there was one man missed out too many there as Simon Irving goes for the chase. Does he get the try? He does. Simon Irving got the chase. He took the opportunity. The referee had a look at the touch judge, then he gave the try. Well, opportunism again there, Darrell, the same as Huddersfield's try.
Yeah, certainly one. Oh, I can't really comment whether he got it down or not from this distance and this height. No chance of seeing it. I don't know why the referee looked at the touch judge. It was his decision and his decision alone. They shouldn't need any help with that, but he's given it.
I think it's standard practice by these top 5 Sky referees these days, Darrell, as part of the I don't know what do you call it, showmanship, theatrics or whatever, following in the Australian fashion. Look both ways and then give the decision.
Should give it straight away in situations like that. calms it all down straight away. Huddersfield had the ball in the hand, they could have been running it out. All sorts could have happened there. You got better off blowing your whistle, stopping the game, give the try.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you there. He was in A1 position to see, and I didn't see any reason why he should have consulted the touch judge. I think if the touch judge had anything to say, he'd have had his flag up. In other words, from the player having gone into touch at that side. But the decision's been given. It's Simon Irving credited with the try, and now we're looking to see if he can put another 2 points onto it. Certainly giving it plenty of air, but no. The ball holding in the wind. 6 points apiece and just over 2 minutes of actual time left, plus any stoppages that the timekeepers will be adding. So Curry restarts. Robinson onto Fleury. And Fleury back to the 20-metre line. Loses the ball though. Dean Hanger caught one on the ankle by the looks of things. Ball in and out there before Hanger had even got in the back of the scrum as Irvine tackled by Larder. Onto Helliwell. Helliwell dummied to Richards but took the ball himself. Pinkney it was who did the tackling. Paul looked to beat it forward as Taylor drives for the Keighley line. Only Andre Soup there who managed to stop him. They've got the numbers at the far side there. Austin sniffing at the far side. Hanger limping a minute ago. Certainly didn't seem to be limping there as he got himself into top gear, but the ball out to Ian Thomas was poor. The winger not able to take it before it flew into touch. Dixon taking the ball back to the side of where the scrum had just broken. Dixon now going up the outside. Ramshaw rather had Keighley going up the outside, took the ball back in. Keighley going on the dummy run outside. And Dory coming down the centre of the field. Last tackle comes up as Robinson goes for the kick. Over the top. Making Helliwell. Oh! Well, I say making Helliwell work for that one. In actual fact, he made an absolute mess of it. There was no pressure on him at all, Darrell.
No. I was just about to say, I don't know why he's kicked for him there, really. I thought it would have been better going for the corner. But they've been nearly on half-time, and it is half-time.
Yeah, just 30 seconds of stoppage time played. It's 6 points apiece. The Keighley points coming from a Simon Irving goal and Simon Irving try. And Ian Thomas try. And the earlier penalty to Phil Helliwell for Huddersfield. 6 points apiece then here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium. Six points apiece then as the half-time break comes to an end. Huddersfield already on the field. Keighley now take their place. Just checking round on the Keighley side, can't see any. Yes, in fact, David Creaser is on. Presumably that means Martin Wood has left the field following that knock he received in the first half. Can't see Martin Wood anywhere. Referee Conley just checks his watch on the touch judges.
They had a sub on then, but it's Greg Austin's clean shirt.
Ball just steadied over the line there by Larder before he retrieves it and makes his way back towards the 20-metre line. Robinson finds Dixon. Dixon almost away from the outstretched arm there of Basil Richards. And Keighley now coming forward. Tremendous run there by Ian Keighley. Assisted back to the floor. Mr. Conley ignores it. And Darren Fleary now hits the halfway whitewash. Plays the ball. Ramshaw to Robinson. Dory just offers it but loses control. Huddersfield regather. Halliwell dummies out to the right, takes the ball back in field, but Darren Fleary, the man doing the tackling on the Huddersfield fullback, Taylor, breaking into the Cougars half. 3 tackles of this set of 6, I think, gone now. Busill taking the ball up there. Referee going to stop play here, just calling out a Huddersfield player. Looks as though it might have been for either a fist or use of the elbow on that Keighley player that's down on the ground. Al, did you see it?
I didn't see it, John. No, he's waving his arms about and his elbows about. But we'll have to wait and see what he gives. He's stopped play, so we'll just have to wait and see. It looks like penalty to Keighley.
Simon Irvine, it looks as though, who is the man down? No, Simon Irvine's over here. In fact, it's Grant Dory. So then Dixon with the penalty into touch.
If that signal was correct there of Mr. Connolly indicating an elbow, then the man should have been sent off, not just spoken to.
Well, certainly an elbow that causes problems of that nature should be. Yes, I agree with you there. But I think Mr. Conley has certainly been very tolerant with one or two of his decisions, or one or two things this afternoon. Certainly tolerant about what's going on there, bearing in mind the new instruction at interference at play of the ball. Larder on the far side then. Irvine. Oh, loses the ball. Dear me. Trying there to put the inside ball into Nick Pinkney, but lost control of it. Huddersfield gratefully accept possession back. And Barnett on to Pearson. Pearson taking play back into the centre, walks round Jason Ramshaw. Hanger going on his own from acting half, but Ramshaw chasing him from that marker position. And Curry finds Irvine. Irvine puts the kick in. Well, I'm not so sure what sort of a kick that was supposed to be, really. I think it was intended as a kick and a chase, but if that was the intention, it was pretty poor. Robinson feeds. Dixon steps back inside. Gets up, plays the ball to Robinson, on to Larder, Creaser. Pinkney's up there on the outside, gets the ball to Andy Ayres. Ayres is going into the Huddersfield half of the field. Austin messing him about all over the place. Andre Stoop not taking the ball cleanly, allowed a second bite. Being interfered with by Kebby this time. I think Mr. Conley's forgotten the interference rule instruction, Daryl, now.
Yeah. He appears to, John. Yeah, he's letting a lot of it go.
And Larder's on his own here. He's gone. And Halliwell just ankle tapping him there. Jimmy Irvine hanging on for all his worth. He's got to have 10 minutes, surely.
Penalised him for pulling the ball out as he's trying to play it.
Isn't that interference?
Well, technically I suppose it is, John, but letting it go has conceded the penalty.
As I said earlier, Darrell, I think Mr. Connolly has been extremely tolerant over the over this business around play the ball. I just hope he does get his act together, as the instruction says, and penalise it, and if necessary sin bin. Although I have to wonder, and I don't know whether you know, whether there's been a further instruction from Chapeltown Road about this, the fact that there's been so many sin binnings.
I haven't heard of it myself, John. Mr. Galtus, I was with him again this morning, and he didn't know of anything, so I imagine they're still working to it, but Mr. Connolly working to it today.
Simon Irvine then with the penalty opportunity. That's very uncharacteristic, that, from an easy position, relatively easy position as far as Irvine's concerned. So the scores remain level. Ball going dead, so Keighley will get the ball back from this restart. Keith Dixon takes it, works his way into the middle of the field, and then decides to come back to where all the Huddersfield players are gathered, and gets put to ground for his troubles. Ramshaw just trying to make the most of what was nothing really there. Dixon jigging about in the middle. David Creaser, he's got nowhere to go there at all. And Phil Stevenson taking the play up the outside away from the support. Dixon now bringing it back inside to Robinson. Dory straightens things up. Last tackle though, says referee Connolly. On to Robinson. Gately puts in the left boot, and that's not a bad kick. Halliwell just actually going towards the post for a drop out there, obviously thinking that he'd made contact with the ball. Quite surprised when it was a tap restart. Huddersfield take to the halfway line, getting to the Cougars half with just 3 tackles in this set of 6 used. Certainly good yardage, and there's a penalty against Fleury for not allowing the player to get up. Well, it looks like Mr. Connolly has decided again now that he's going to do something about it. Curry puts the ball into touch on the Keighley 20. Barnett restarts, Pearson takes the ball in towards those posts. And Taylor on a rampaging drive, as he did so much in the first half. Not much in midfield, but certainly near the line, put a lot of effort in. Switch of play there to Irvine. And in fact, Hanger now going across there. Pinkney doing the half tackle, allowing Hanger away. And certainly they had the numbers there, but didn't get the ball out to Kebby. Kebby though trying to work his way through the legs for the score, as the ball comes into Richards. Richards taking it back towards that corner and tackled into touch. David Creaser just receiving attention behind his own post. In fact, looks as though he's going to have to leave the field. He's off the field now. Fortunately, it's a Keighley feed, so they should be able to take play away here for 6. Simon Irvine doing the driving, and certainly missing the penetrating drives of Steve Hall at Keighley in this since he went off in the first half with that what looked to be a knee injury. Martin Woods stripping off. There's a nice ball out there from Gately. Gately finds the ball out. Gorey on to Stoop. Stoop to Pinkney. If Pinkney can go, but well lost in half. Tackle on, the ball going all over the place there. And Kebbie's out. Kebbie's on the loose. In fact, no, it's Thomas, I beg your pardon. No, it's not, it's Kebbie. Curry. Fleury, Austin's away, but Austin's tackled. Austin's just run all the way back and he's trying to milk the penalty. Conley's telling him to get up and play it. Certainly got the numbers. Oh, good tackle there by Simon Irvine. Good defence by Keighley there. A lot of pressure as Bremer Kebbie now goes for that try line. Huddersfield certainly putting a lot of pressure on this Keighley defence, and they have done for most of the game, to be fair. Numbers again here. The ball lost. David Larder recovers. And the Cougars breathe again. But Austin, he'd done his bit chasing Pinckney back, and his reservoir of air in the lungs was insufficient to take him away from the defence over the far side. Ayers now facing five Keighley players. Ayers steps inside. Oh, probably going out to the outside might have been a better option there as Martin Wood gets Robinson on to Stoop. It's end-to-end stuff as this as Larder goes. Tackled up the top, but referee happy about it. Dixon now onto Martin Wood. Martin Wood steps back inside, onto Dixon again. Dixon steps one way, steps the other way. Twists and turns onto Ramshaw. Can Ramshaw get the ball out? No. He certainly got the ball out, but Martin Wood couldn't get it. In fact, I thought referee Conley was going to stop play there. All he did was in fact get in the way. But he certainly got the ball out there to Wood. Fortunately for Huddersfield, it was their man who took it. But some real end-to-end stuff now. Darrell.
Should have been 2 ties apiece in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Cracking game. Excellent football.
Irvine over the far side, then offloads in the tackle to Curry. Curry uses the players to go around, and Stoop in position at full-back, waiting for the long kick. Didn't have to do anything about it because that ball went into touch just inside the Keighley half of the field. And for pace, Darrell, I bet Mr. Conley's not seen games as fast as this in the first division.
No, he won't have, John. Real end-to-end stuff. Bit steadier finishing off both sides. I'd have seen 2 or 3 tries in that. That's all it's required, that little bit of steady finishing. But real end-to-end stuff. You can hear the crowd going absolutely crackers down below us here.
Robinson then onto Larder, out to Martin Wood. Wood finds Stoop. Stoop onto Pinckney. Pinckney cuts back inside. Gets up and plays the ball. It's Dixon stepping inside again on a weaving run. Oh, dearie me, but that's back to 1. Now then, what's the decision here?
This touch judge at bottom side has given a knock on. I don't know which way he's going to go. Well, he's given it to Huddersfield. He said Keighley knocked on. I couldn't see from up here, but he's down level. He must have seen it.
Certainly didn't look like that from up here, that's for sure. No to the crowd below us, but there we are. Richards over the far side, getting towards the halfway line, but if that ball had gone out to Austin, I think it would have been forward. Martin Wood again, hobbling on that right ankle. Barnett plays the ball then, moves it out this way. Curry switches it back into Pearson. Pearson runs straight into Gately, but the tackle's not effected. That one is though. And certainly Huddersfield are on a run here, that is for sure. One just wonders whether the fuse is going to blow as Curry puts the ball too high, too far out on the full, so it's a tap restart, and I don't think either side, Darrell, can continue at this pace for the rest of the game.
I don't think they will, John, but I'd like to see it. Yeah, it's good end-to-end stuff, certainly with the crowd, you know, but Huddersfield are actually looking at a little bit more dangerous, I think. I feel like they're creating more openings at Midland Park than Keighley.
certainly looking dangerous when they do go on attack, because they seem to be attacking as a body. Ramshaw going on his own from the acting half-back, breaking into the Huddersfield half. It's going to be from one of these breaks that this sort of a score will come. Hanger hanging on there again and penalised, and certainly feeling the pace of the game. Dean Hanger, the way he's walking back there, he did have a knock in the first half. Substitution coming on, it's Irvine coming off. Jimmy Irvine goes off and Paul Meelan comes on as Keighley takes play to that far town 20-metre line. Ramshaw to Dory. Dory just straightens again, comes off that right leg as he does so often.
Let's see, he's going to drop goalie if we don't get a try. I'd like to see something out of it.
Martin Wood then to Pinckney. Pinckney dodges through, looking for the hole in the middle of that Huddersfield defence. It was there momentarily, but it closed. Ramshaw out to Robinson. Robinson on to Irvine. Simon Irvine tackled 7 or 8 metres from that far town line. Ramshaw on his own, sees the gap. Just couldn't dig the left boot in hard enough as the last tackle comes. He gets the try. Well, Jason Ramshaw, that ball cleared the ruck. He kicked the ball forward. You're allowed to do that, Donald, aren't you? He cleared the ruck and he dived through.
Yeah, he could kick the ball in any direction. What he did there, you've got to clear the ruck, where he's get away from where the ball's played. And what he did, he kicked it forward, possibly 2 yards, followed the ball up and dived on it. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Upstairs for thinking, downstairs for dancing.
That's what it is, John.
Well, the deadlock broken again. Taken 17 minutes in this second half before it happened. It's been promising, I would think, for every one of those 17 minutes. The scoreline to change. Eventually it has done in Keighley's favour. Simon Irvine with a conversion attempt from a similar position to that which he missed a penalty earlier in the half. Yes, there it is this time. Steve Curry then to restart for Huddersfield. Deep into that 20-metre area. Robinson just adjusts with his foot. Looked for Fleary, but had to give it out to Larder instead. As Dixon, threatened to offload. Oh, Dixon's in the clear. Pinckney's outside him. Pinckney was outside and Pinckney was in the clear, but he didn't see him, didn't Dixon? Might be difficult to hear with the noise as well if the call was coming, but if only that ball could have gone out to Nick Pinckney, who was in the clear completely, as Stevenson takes it up once more. Ramshaw to Robinson. Robinson on to Martin Wood. Wood runs round with Robinson rather. The last tackle comes up. Where's the ball coming? It's coming here to Ramshaw for the drop goal attempt. There it is. That's even better thinking, Darrell.
That's just what he wanted, John. Yeah, Keighley's now scored twice. Huddersfield haven't touched the ball. Keighley exactly the same again now. They get the ball back, they get down this end, go for a point. The 7 points clear. Huddersfield have scored twice.
Curry restarts again. Simon Irvine this time. Just inside the Keighley 20 as Ramshaw to Robinson. Fleary driving clear. Keighley takes it, bursts onto straight into the arms of Basil Richards and Dean Hanger. Dorey. Certainly one or two gaps appearing, Daryl, up the centre of this Huddersfield defence at the moment.
Certainly are, John. Keighley want to keep capitalising on them. Keep possession, put them under pressure. Good run. Oh, no.
Well, knock-ons galore there, being allowed to go. Daryl Shelford it was who eventually dropped on the ball. Paul Meelan caught in possession there by Stoop as Halliwell goes into the centre of the field, offloads in the tackle to Barnett, keeps the ball alive. 5 metres inside the Keighley half of the field. Robinson tackles Richards as he tries to break that Keighley defensive line. Into the last quarter of the game as Curry drops the ball behind him. Regathers, gets it back to Halliwell. Meelan though, tackled in the middle of the field, almost pushing that ball anywhere. Shelford on the last tackle. Austin kicks that ball through. Dixon allows it to go into touch. Greg Austin certainly playing in all over the place in the centre positions. He's wandering from left to right centre and back again. Robinson gets that ball in eventually. Meelan does the tackling. Richards goes over the top. The second man as Simon Irvine now skips clear of his own 20-metre line before going to ground. Ramshaw, Stoop, just waves that ball about in front of him.
It's 3 drives, 3 backs. 4th drive, 4th back.
Daryl rightly says 4 tackles gone, and so far this is the first forward that's joined in. It's a penalty for a tackle round the top. Richard Pearson rather, doing the illegal tackle. Water bottles come onto the field, no doubt instructions with them. Highly illegal tactics operated by virtually every team in the league these days. And I'm fairly sure it's known by the referees that it goes on as well, as Grant Dorey takes that ball. And certainly Pearson there having another go around the head. Ramshaw onto Dorey. Oh, and Dorey I don't think expecting that ball. He should have been. If he's backing up the hooker, or Jason Ramshaw as he was, he should have expected that ball being offloaded to him. Couldn't take it, so it's a scrum down 10 metres out. Huddersfield head and feed. Hanger feeds, almost loses the ball at the back of the scrum. Halliwell certainly proving a bit of a handful. He's a strong lad, is Halliwell. He's put on a lot of weight. Some of it a bit surplus weight, but a lot of it's muscle as well. Certainly a bigger lad than he was when he played at Bradford Northern. Five metres from the halfway line then. As Thomas having to go around to take that ball, nobody at present. Austin offloads out this side and Hanger tackled. Certainly there were players outside there, and Austin again applies the boot to ball, tries to push Keighley back under pressure, but all it's doing is pushing Keighley back into their own half. 25 minutes of the second half gone then, just 15 remaining. 13 points to 6 Keighley lead. Robinson feeds the scrum out the back. Dixon again just takes play towards the centre of the field before going to ground. Well, I think you can hear from that how many Cougar fans are here this afternoon. I think fortunately there for Stevenson, they went down a bit quick there, otherwise he might have been in trouble. Oh, a lovely elbow flying there, it looked to be from Pusel. Ramshaw out to Grant Dory, Dory up the outside of the field towards the halfway line. And Ramshaw takes play down there, and that's a good kick, is that? It's staying in field. Andy Ayres is there, does the tackling on Halliwell. And Thomas, Ian Thomas, the first half try scorer for Huddersfield. Curry. Looks like Meelan there, tackled. And Pusel offloads, gets the ball away. Simon Irving seemed as though the world had stopped still there as he tried to get back to recover that ball. He managed to do so as Ramshaw hits Stoop. Ramshaw again now onto Larder this time. Larder 22 metres out from the far town line. Ayres going forward. Ramshaw to Robinson. Martin Wood seems to have shook off the leg injury as Irving steps back inside. The last tackle. Wait and see what happens here as Robinson puts the ball high. He goes after it himself, but well taken there by Halliwell. Plays the ball. Barnett tackle, then possession there as Curry gets the ball out to Austin. Austin half through, but Ramshaw doing the tackling on him. Curry, ooh, so lucky to hold on to that one. Shelford gets the ball out to Thomas. Thomas looks for a way through. Dory back onto Shelford, but Shelford knocks on. Certainly plenty of pushing going on in that scrum as Robinson goes on his own from the base. Martin Wood, Larder, Stoop, half through the gap, but being well policed there by Austin and Hanger. Pinckney going on his own this time, but Hanger doing the chasing and tackling just inside the Huddersfield half of the field. Fleary. Robinson onto Gately. Gately round with Robinson. Robinson finds Larder. Larder goes through the gap, but tackled on the 20-metre line. Plays the ball to himself. Goes forward another 10 metres. But it was the last tackle. Dallel.
Not bad that, John. Kept the play in that corner now. Keith has got to tackle Huddersfield down here. Keep him here.
Huddersfield working the way towards the middle of the field and the 20-metre mark. Barnett onto Richards. Richards pushes the tacklers away, but can't get the pass out. Curry gets the ball out then to Austin. Austin dummies one way, has to get the ball away inside. Stevenson, good kick there, but handed on. In fact, Thomas is in possession now. Well, Austin just bottled out there, Darrell. He could have taken that one as Ayres goes down the far side. Austin totally bottled out, Darrell.
Yeah, it didn't look like he won it at all there, John. Left it to Martin to clean up. Good bit of thinking by Martin to kick it over to where Keighley players were.
Martin Wood then on to Grant Dorey. Dorey straight up the centre of the field, 25-30 metres away from the far town line. Keighley, half through the gap into the 20-metre area. Ramshaw plays the ball, goes on his own, kicks and chases, loses possession. The referee waves it back as Ian Keighley, the big number 8, makes all the ground there. And if that's not interference, I don't know what is. Now surely this must be 10 minutes, Mr. Connolly. Darrell?
Well, it should be, John, inside the 20. Interfering, stopping the quick play of the ball. I don't know why he ain't got the cards out yet.
I don't think he's got it with him.
He probably left it in his bag. As long as he's consistent, John. And if Keighley do the same, we don't sin bin them. That's what you've got to worry about.
Well,
but it happens so often, you know, that Huddersfield, one side will penalise, and he's had enough. But next time it's the other side, the car comes out.
So then Simon Irvin going to take the chance, and quite rightly so, of taking 2 points. More attention being given in the centre of the field to Martin Wood's ankle. Dixon also receiving attention. That's 15 points to 6. Well, according to the stopwatch, 7.5 minutes on my watch anyway, plus any time that might be added. Again this half, I don't recall seeing the referee's arms raised to stop the clock. Fleury coming away, certainly does a lot of work in the driving out area and taking the ball up, does Darren Fleury. Ayres onto Stu, lost the ball though. Definitely lost the ball, no question about that.
Referee were lucky to see that then. He was just calling Huddersfield back on side and he had to glance up and see it.
Oh, ball hardly went in the scrum there on. Halliwell loses the ball on the first tackle. Fleury comes back. Nick Pinkney's certainly doing plenty of support play and doesn't seem to be able to get the vital pass that will give him the run to the line. Robinson then on to Keighley. Keighley just slightly hesitated there as he tried to get in step. Ramshaw, Robinson, Dorey. 10 metres inside the Huddersfield half of the field. Well, it's happening all over the place here. Darrell.
This two-shoes down here is giving knock-ons and players are interfering at the play of the ball. They're all going, Mr. Connor, looking at this two-shoes when players are interfering.
Halliwell halfway through the gap then from that scrum. Hanger on to Curry, Austin out to Thomas, and Thomas to ground just inside the Keighley half. Austin gets the ball inside to Curry. Richards.
5,600.
Hanger just hung on to that ball, long ball, but that ball looked to be forward. That one did too. As Huddersfield, Mealham goes for the kick forward. Ramshaw drops on it, but well, Mr. Connolly was level for both of those passes. Certainly one of them definitely looked forward to me. Ayres just taking play away from that dangerous area as far as Keighley are concerned. 4.5 minutes left as Simon Irvine now catches a real haymaker from Pusel. And let's just watch this for interference. Rubbing in the face. 13, number 3 race, Darryl Shelford not standing square, but there we go. Keighley coming up in a line here. Virtually everyone barring the fullback Stoop was in that advancing line towards the Huddersfield fullback Phil Halliwell. And certainly the Huddersfield players are looking a very, very tired outfit at the moment. But the game's still not over. There's 9 points difference between the sides. And there's just over 3 minutes left. Curry tackled on the 5th one, just inside his own half of the field. On to Austin. Austin didn't like that. There was nothing wrong with it. Oh dear me. Well, that was a misunderstanding. I think Andre Stoop it was who didn't take the ball. There were a couple of Keighley players hesitating about it, and Stoop just failed to take it, Darryl.
Yeah, I think he called for it. Martin Wood were definitely going for it. Then he stopped as Andre Stoop came in, and the bounce beat him. That's the give up now. He's just to go over.
Yeah, Dean Hanger with a try then in the corner, or 5 metres in from the corner. I have to be honest, I was watching more the bit of nastiness from Greg Austin after he'd been tackled by Fleury. So 15 points to 10. Just a couple of minutes plus stoppage time.
I was just about to say, John, when I get my call from Australia tonight, my nephew will be asking how Keighley goes on. Now we're going to give him some good news. I just hope I still can.
I think we will be able to. As Halliwell kicks and misses. The Huddersfield player down on the far side. It looks like it's the wingman Kebby. Prima Kebby in fact going off. Minute and a half left then, plus the stoppages. 10 points to 15, Keighley lead. And Robinson restarts. Halliwell takes on the full and comes back towards her, 30 metres out. Pusel gets up 10 metres inside his own half. Barnett to Mealham, and Barnett this time out to Curry. Curry interplays there with the Hanger, and it's Richards managing to offload, still on the halfway line as Hanger goes round the back of his own players there. Darren Fleury doing the tackling, Chris Robinson helping him as Hanger goes to ground. And Curry now switches play back inside, and it's that man Austin who gives the ball back to Keighley. Keighley now need a good set of 6. Andre Stoop just taking the ball in. 40 minutes on the clock now, we're into stoppage time. As Ramshaw slowly to his feet, Robinson goes round the marker and Ramshaw again. Just hands off the tackler as he goes to ground. Keighley know that they've only got to continue this possession as Keighley drives the ball in. This must be the last one, it is. Ramshaw to Robinson, or in fact Ramshaw putting the ball into touch on the far side. There goes the hooter though. Keighley have won, they've taken the points. It's been a tremendously hard game for both sides, but a superb advert for the game of rugby league, Darrell.
Excellent advert, John, yes. Yes, I think had there been a little bit steadier finish on both sides, we'd have seen a few more tries, but as it was, some excellent, support play in open play. Really good game.
5,300 and odd have been here this afternoon then to watch Keighley take the points. It was 6 apiece at half time. It's finished up 15-10 to Keighley. Their points have come from a Simon Irving try and also from a Jason Ramshaw try. 3 Simon Irving goals and a Ramshaw drop goal. Just confirmed on the scoreboard, 5,356. And for Huddersfield, the try from Ian Thomas, 1 goal from Phil Helliwell, and the final try in the corner to the substitute Dean Hanger. 15 points to 10. That puts Keighley confirmed at the top of the table. It's the first time Huddersfield have lost here at the McAlpine Stadium in a league match this season, but I think if anything that's put paid to Huddersfield's hopes of promotion, but it's certainly kept Keighley on the tracks. Final score then here at Huddersfield 10, Keighley Cougars 15.